I would feel like I was a part of something bigger than myself. That was a double entendre. Look at me doing stand-up. The conservative men are just pissed that I can beat them in beer pong. And the conservative women are pissed that their kids are calling me mother in all of my Instagram posts.
I have great news. We may be actually nearing rock bottom. It may finally be rock bottom for international brand destroyer Dylan Mulvaney. It may actually be rock bottom after having shows at Penn State where literally nobody showed up, to having basically all of the brand deals drying up. You know, a lot of this now is people are so hypersensitive that I think brands are very afraid. We saw what happened to Doritos over the last 48 hours, immediately backing down because they know people are sick of it. And now it appears that Dylan has a new job, and we're going to take a look and we're going to rate it right after a quick word from this video sponsor. I'm really excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor for today's video. Tiege Hanley simplifies the process of taking care of your skin. They provide you with all the products that you need and nothing that you don't. Seriously, I still don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve your confidence in all aspects of your life. And fellas, seriously, give it a try. I recommend you start with their Level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. And they make it dead simple for guys like us. They provide an instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Believe me, I look at that every time. It definitely comes in clutch. Skincare wasn't something I took seriously. I mean, I used the same bar of soap for my entire body till recently. I wish I would have started sooner. But you don't have to take my word for it because they have over 7,000 five-star reviews from customers around the globe. This isn't something you can put off because prevention is key. Get ahead of any signs of aging now. Your future self will thank you. And because Tiege is sponsoring this video, they're offering you an amazing deal. Just click the link in the description or pinned comment below to get 30% off your first skincare system and a free gift. Plus, as a member, you'll save 20% off for life. By the way, both gifts you're choosing are from a $20 value and complete game changers: a silicone body scrubber or a nail and face grooming kit. Personally, I prefer the body scrubber, but you can pick out whichever you like. Don't wait any longer. Click the link in the description to start your skincare journey today. Now, see, even I can sell skincare. And, I think it's something fellas should be taking a look at. Now, how do we get to where we are today? Well, at the peak, Dylan Mulvaney was getting 9-figure checks from Nike, from huge checks from Bud Light, makeup brands. Everybody wanted a piece of that money. I mean, of Dylan's brand. Everybody did. The sponsor checks were rolling in. And then there was a harsh reality that set in. And that was that the real world is in fact different than the internet world. And photos surface of overwhelmingly empty seats for a speaking event held at Penn State. Now, I suppose this individual, got the last laugh because they got they got paid to speak there, whether or not people showed up. But a photo of Dylan Mulvaney's December 5th appearance at Pennsylvania State University appeared to show the event was very lightly attended. An image of the crowd posted to social media by the Young America's Foundation shows Mulvaney talking on stage in front of a predominantly empty auditorium. I mean, this is a brutal picture. This is double wide, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, call it 20 empty rows of seats. Now, 15 rows of empty seats probably on one side, another 15 on the other, 30 rows. It looks like there's less than 20 people there, maybe. So I think, people learned an important thing at that day, and that is the real world is very different than Twitter. Dave Chappelle said it, right? Twitter is not real life. That's why he doesn't care about it. I understand completely. Of course, Dylan is famous for Bud Light's plummeting sales following a failed marketing campaign with a beer giant earlier this year, reportedly discussed gender equity and estrangement from his mother when he transitioned. The event was sponsored by Penn State Student Programming Association and funded with student fees, although it's unclear if Dylan charged the usual rate of $40,000. Conservative commentator Matt Walsh, who helped lead the fight to boycott Bud Light for its partnership with Mulvaney, took to X to celebrate the poor attendance as a total victory, stating, "We made sure the brand was viewed as it really is, toxic, embarrassing, ridiculous. We were accused by some on the right of helping Mulvaney make him famous. But in fact, we made sure his brand was viewed as toxic, embarrassing, ridiculous. Now we can't draw a crowd, and he's radioactive to companies that associate with him. Total victory." So what do you do now? What do you do now if you are Dylan Mulvaney? Well, obviously you get into stand-up. Dylan Mulvaney bombs at stand-up comedy, makes ludicrous claims. Dylan Mulvaney shouldn't ever attempt to be funny. Mulvaney, a male whose shtick is acting like a girl, is mostly known for being the reason Bud Light sales were destroyed. The Anheuser-Busch teamed up with Mulvaney for a March Madness promo last year, and the rest is history. Turns out, Bud Light drinkers didn't want to see the company join forces with a person who seems to make a living mocking actual women and girls. When things aren't going your way, you have to pivot. The same applies to Dylan Mulvaney. Enter his cringe attempt at comedy. A clip of Mulvaney attempting stand-up back in January in Salt Lake City surfaced on X Tuesday and is gaining a lot of traction for all the wrong reasons. Not only was Mulvaney not funny at all, his jokes didn't even make sense. As in, it didn't even make sense a little bit. Great comedy is supposed to be rooted in fact. Instead, Mulvaney's rooted in delusion. At least he's consistent, this writes. Quote, "The conservative men are just pissed that I can beat them in beer pong, and the conservative women are just pissed that their kids are calling me mother in all my Instagram comments," Mulvaney awkwardly told the crowd after slapping his butt. Watch the unbelievably cringe comment below. Now, I'm warning you, this is a cringe warning to all my viewers. This is a cringe warning to my viewers.
I would feel like I was a part of something bigger than myself. That was a double entendre. Look at me doing stand-up. The conservative men are just pissed that I can beat them in beer pong.
To be fair, I wouldn't say Dylan's bombing. To be fair. It's obviously cringe on the outside, but, it's obviously a very pro-Dylan crowd there. Let's make a couple things clear. I generally don't like to dog people for being bad at comedy. Not everyone is funny, and there's definitely something to be said for at least making an attempt. However, it's not for everyone. Having said that, this is next level bad because, again, it's not rooted in fact. Dylan thinks he can beat the average conservative guy when it comes to drinking beer? Yeah, and I'm worth $1 billion. I know at least 2 other Outkick writers and myself who could drink Dylan under the table without even getting a buzz. Further, the idea that kids of conservatives are calling Mulvaney, a male mother, in his Instagram comments is something that it's absolutely never happened. What planet does this person live on? Who are they in their head? Also, reactions to Mulvaney tanking are way funnier than the actual comedy. Look at some below. Confirmed, not even men pretending to be women are good at comedy. Mulvaney managed to finally pass as a woman by being horrendously unfunny. Gender-affirming response. Real mockery of women's history. I mean, that's a yikes for me. Barf. Oh, hell no. What fresh hell is this? Even gay dudes pretending to be women are bad at comedy. LOL. How will Dylan? I mean, if you look at the comments, obviously it's $100 says Bud Light was free all night. I don't really like, it's pretty hilarious. It'd be nice, Dylan Mulvaney is arguably one of the most attention-seeking individuals in recent history. Yeah, I'd say probably. I'd say they probably don't have a bright future in comedy, especially once now that all the brands are like, nah, I'm out. Hey, you know what? At least comedy is an honest career. I'll say that. At least comedy is like an honest way to make a buck, as opposed to, pretending that you're something you're not forever. But hey, best of luck, Dylan. May your downward spiral into obscurity continue indefinitely.